Good morning, family. It's been a very heavy couple days and I've been sitting in silence. Haven't felt inspired to post or really share or come online because, as we all know, there's a lot going on right now in our country and our world. And I think it's very important for all of us to be very mindful with our words, with what we come out to share online, because there is a lot of negativity, there's a lot of toxicity flowing all throughout social media, throughout the news. And now this toxicity has spread into our world, not just through the virus itself, but through the violence and the riots and the aggression that's happening. As I go through this world, I'm always seeing as everything in the outer world is a reflection on the inner world. And in order for us to truly start healing the exterior, we have to work on the interior, you guys. It's a micro and macrocosm effect. We have to really tune into our hearts and really feel what is happening, because what is happening out there is just a reflection of our collective consciousness and what is happening within each and every one of us. Okay, so for me on Saturday, I began to feel this huge heaviness in my heart and overwhelm of anxiety, and it's almost like I wanted to crawl out of my skin. I didn't know what to do about it. I was confused by the energies, and that's when I was hearing that there are these riots that are happening throughout our country. For me, what I'm figuring out is the best way for all of us to really move through what's happening in the world is to learn how to channel our energy, how to channel our emotions, our frustration, our anger, our disappointment, how to channel all of that in a healthy way, okay? The aggression that we are seeing in the world is the effect of all this buildup that we've had from the coronavirus. People sitting home, not having the freedom that they wanted, and now they have this reason to go out and share that energy to explode. And most people do it in a healthy way through peaceful protests. But others, they do it in a dangerous and angry way. Vandalism is not the way to go. Harming others, hurting others, destruction of property, that is not the way to go, you guys. And I feel into them. I feel into their anger. I feel into their frustration. We're living in a society that's corrupt. Our governments are not doing their part. Police are not doing their part to protect citizens, which is what they're there for. So yes, we're feeling anger. However, how can we channel that anger in a healthy way? What can we do to allow this huge momentum, this build up that we've been feeling? And how can we release it in a way that's for the good of all? Okay? And this is a question that all of you can answer for yourself, because it's going to be something different for each and every one of you, but we have to find healthy ways to deal with this, you guys. As somebody who's so fucking sensitive, if I were to go out there and start fights, every time I felt uncomfortable in my body and triggered by all this shit that's going on, I would be like mad woman out there. But what I do, this is what I do, you guys. So Saturday, when I start to feel like heaviness on the chest, like overwhelmed to kind of like started to pressure me, I started cleaning, okay? I look at my house as a portal. My house is an energetic portal. And every time I'm feeling something isn't right, I start cleaning, okay? The floors, the carpet, like the trim, the kitchen counters, I start organizing. I put this energy that I have into action of productivity and of something good. That's something that I do. That's something that helps me. Everything that is happening is moving, it is shifting. Like, we don't even know what's going on. But I'm going to speak to you from the higher collective stance. And I invite you to trust. I invite you to trust that we are not alone, not in the humanity realms, but in the spiritual realms, that we have beings that are helping and supporting Earth in the collective awakening, okay? And we are living at the edge of time before the new Earth is born. So we are living in this like really weird part where the old Earth is falling apart, it's breaking out. We have all these like huge things that are happening to shift us. But unfortunately, so many people are not prepared. They don't have the knowledge, they don't have the tools. And most importantly, they don't have the faith to deal with what's going on. You know what's pissing me off right now is that we have so many leaders who are silent. People with massive followings who are not saying shit. What does that say? Where are they at when we need their voice, when we need their support? Where is everybody who has connections to the governments, to the politicians, to the judges? Where are those people to speak up this huge elephant that we are sitting in front of? Okay? And until people get out of their own ass and see that this is not just a small issue, this is huge. This is a race war, not just in the United States, but all throughout the earth. Because for many, what I'm feeling, it's what also you're feeling. I know I'm not the only empath on this platform. I know you are too, probably struggling and not knowing what the hell is going on and what the hell you can do. Okay? So my answer to you and what we can do from my awareness is to really learn peace within, to learn how to channel our own emotions, our own disappointments, to really learn how to master ourselves and our inner world, and to really find peace within, so that when we out there, we are the embodied version of this new being that we want to see in everyone else. And yes, it's gonna take time for many people to get on a board, but it doesn't matter, because it starts with you. The more you shift yourself and your perception of world and how you show up for yourself and your community and your loved ones, the more you change the way your relationships are, the more the world out there will shift, okay? But it takes time, it takes courage. So stay strong, my loved ones, stay strong. Be of support to your family members, okay? So, yeah, feeling deeply into all of this. I'm happy that I waited over the weekend to like really ground and really settle into everything that I've been feeling, and coming on to you guys here in clarity to just be real, be vulnerable. You know, it's a difficult time that we're living in, and it's most important to understand that we are all suffering on one level or another. Okay, and you might not be directly suffering, like as in like your life is suffering, but because everything else is going on around you, it's still affecting you. I invite you to use your voice, to use the community that you have built online, and to spread messages of hope, wisdom, and inspiration. We have enough of toxicity online. I myself have been spiraling into nonsense on Facebook. I'm taking time off, just posting only when I feel inspired, like I'm doing now. So let's each do our part to show up in more love, to show up in more support to each other, however it is gonna look like for you, okay? So thank you so much, you guys. I will see you next time. Take care.